Hello there. There you are. It's Sunday again, and it's live. Welcome everybody. I hope you're all well. I have my show notes here. Hello. Yes, as I said, welcome to Elvis the Ultimate Fan channel. My show notes are here, if that's okay with everybody. So it's I can keep track of what I'm doing and what I'm supposed to say. Thank you very, very much for everybody that's joining me. I know it's a bank holiday weekend in the UK, so if you're in the UK and you've taken the time out to join me, then it's most grateful. I am most grateful. And actually, I'm most grateful to anybody that's joining me live, because at the end of the day, it's all about support. It's your channel, and yeah, that's what it's all about. And as I say, I said in the chat comments earlier on, give it a thumbs up, because every thumbs up is a like for Elvis. So that's the way I sort of look at it these days. It's not a like for me, it's a like for the channel, it's a like for Elvis. And I also wanted to say, well done you, because last week we did over 300 likes. You did over 300 likes. Thanks very much. And I'd like to see if we can do that again. So if you're watching this live now, if everybody that watches this video, it's as simple as that, is anybody that watches this video on live or playback, just gives a thumbs up, then we're going to do 300 likes easy, I think. And that helps with the promotion of the channel. And at the end of the day, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to keep Elvis's name, memory and legacy alive and out there. That's what I'm trying to do. So, welcome to Elvis the Ultimate Fan channel. As I say, the global Elvis community channel. Yes, I think I'm allowed to call it global, because as I know now by looking at my channel statistics, it does tell me that we have viewers in Australia, America, the continent, the European continent. We also have them in Africa, Philippines, just everywhere. You know what I mean? There's no place on earth that I can't say that at one time or another there has been a viewer. So thank you very, very much. And that's why I'm calling it the Global Elvis Community Channel. Right, what have we got? We've got something very, very important to do today, and that is winner of April's Fan of the Month. And it is this. Providing the winner has a turntable, I'm going to give him this double LP, Elvis Live in 1972. And I just want to go back and select something else as well. We've also got the live poll, and it's a battle between two albums today, and there is a theme to it, and I will tell you later what that battle is. A song I wish Elvis had recorded is chosen by James, I believe. It is somebody. It is a listener anyway. So yes, it is James. And Photoshop of the week. Caption this photo. That it was a really funny photo. I've got to tell you, it was a really funny photo. I'll show it you later. Smoking hot photo, of course. This day in Elvis history. You will later be able to call me on WhatsApp, Instagram and Facebook Messenger. Not yet, but the telephone number for WhatsApp is on the screen. I will open the phone lines after the topic. And it's a carry-on of a topic we did a few weeks ago. I enjoyed it so much, and I found it so interesting. Personally, myself, I found it so interesting that I thought I'd do another sort of on the same sort of theme. Edwina says, so grateful for you, Steve. Your dedication to keeping Elvis's memory alive for the world of Elvis fans. Well, Edwina, it's all down to the people that watch this channel, actually. It's got nothing to do with me, I can assure you. It's people like you. So we've got the Elvis family, Maxine, in the building, and we've got Lou Dane. Hi, Lou, and hi, Maxine. They will be doing the moderating for me when we do the quiz. A little bit of sad news, though. 2 pieces of sad news connected with the Elvis world. We lost this man during the week, Gordon Lightfoot. And, of course, as most of you will know, Elvis was an admirer of Gordon's songs, and he did obviously record a few of Gordon's songs, sort of Early Morning Rain, That's What You Get for Loving Me. And as far as we know, looking at this photograph as well, he reciprocated, because there's Gordon in front of Graceland in 2016. So may he rest in peace. And I might even do a I Wish Elvis Had Recorded Gordon Lightfoot song next week. Actually, I've got one in mind. And another bereavement, another loss to the Elvis world is this lady. Yes, it's the... actually, before I go any further, I'll go back to Gordon, and I'll tell you the reason why is because I just wanted to read out the details. It says, Gordon Lightfoot died at Sunnybrook Height Science Centre in Toronto on Monday, May 1st, 2023, from natural causes at the age of 84. His declining health had caused him to cancel his foot tour 3 weeks earlier. So that's sad. And then, as I say, also this one here as well, which is Barbara Gray. Now, if you don't know, there's a picture of Elvis and Barbara in 1956, and a statement read, "It is with great sadness that Barbara Gray passed away March the 1st. So I've only just found out about this, actually. Born in Charleston, South Carolina, famously known as the mystery kiss woman in the iconic photo kissing Elvis Presley in 1956, survived by her daughter Debbie and husband Malcolm Gray." So yes, as we all know, in the Mosque Theatre in Richmond, Al Wertheimer took some shots of him and her together, and there she is. That was obviously more of a modern day photograph of Barbara. And Touching Tongues, it's a very, very iconic photograph. Somebody even called it the sexiest photograph they'd ever seen. But it is a very, very memorable photograph. And to think that after that day, I know they spent the day together, but they never met again. It was just a brief sort of fling. But that's 2 deaths connected with Elvis Presley, the Elvis Presley world this week. And may they both rest in peace, Barbara and Gordon. Now, we are going to do the quiz. And again, I don't know what the prize is, but it's going to be a good one again. Don't worry about it. I try and think of good prizes for you. And this week, it's missing... Well, it's not missing lyrics. It's... fill in the lyrics. I'll give you a line from a song, and you've got to tell me what the next line is. And don't worry, I'll tell you how many words I'm looking for as well. So if I say it's 7 words and you've only got 6 words, then you know you haven't quite got it right. So I'll give you a little bit of a helping hand with that. So if everybody is ready, Maxine says, "I'm ready for the quiz, Steve." Okay, I don't know. Has anybody seen Dave's... Arkansas Dave's name in the chat yet? I don't know whether Dave is helping me mod as well. But anyway, we've got Lou and we've got Maxine. Helen says, "Hello, Duncan. Love your YouTube channel." Yes, some old Elvis guy. Don't forget to check out that YouTube channel that Duncan has started. Haven't seen Dave yet. Oh, Dave must be otherwise engaged. Right, here we go. And don't forget, I've got a new jingle that I introduced last week, and I should really call it a jiggle, not a jingle, because yeah, we all know what he says, unless of course you missed it last week, and this jingle will be new to you. This jiggle will be new to you. Right, here we go. This is the first one. I better get a pen to write down on my show notes, which I rely on very heavily. I'll tell you later probably why I'm saying that. But anyway, here we go. The Elvis Jiggle Jingle. Yes, that's what I should call it, Maxine. The Elvis Jiggle Jingle. Right, here we go. I'm looking for the next 9 words after this line. Wild, wild like the deer and the dove. There you are. In the meantime, I'm going to have a sip out of my Elvis mug. All right. Okay. And don't forget, it's 9 letters. Okay. I can see a couple of people have actually got it right. Michael Perks, no, unfortunately not, because it's not 9 words. Yeah, it is actually Jack Mullins was first, and it is wild and free is this land that I love. So you get the jiggle jingle.
Man, I was tame compared to what they do now. Are you kidding? I didn't do anything. We just jiggled. No,
And then, as I told you thanks, Lou. And then, as I told you last week, the lady shouts out, "Well, give us a jiggle," and he just kind of smiles. Closely followed by Danny B-side. Yes, yeah. Okay, so that's Jack. Well done, Jack. Right, here we go. Again, it's 9 words. So again, as I say, if you've got more than 9 words or less than 9 words, then you haven't unfortunately got it right. And this is number 2. To waste a love like ours would be a sin. And then it's 9 words after that. Chris R says, I was singing it to myself. Yes. Danny B-side says, watching United lose at the same time. Yes, I saw that just before I came live. So that's us stumped. I love the new jiggle, says Priscilla. Hi, Priscilla. Okay. It looks like somebody has got it right again. Somebody says, release me and let me love again. All right. So it is Let Us Kiss Again, Let Me Hold You Near, which is Jack Mullins. Jack, 2 in a row.
man, I was tame compared to what they do now. Are you kidding? I didn't do anything. We just jiggled. No.
Don't forget, folks, you do have to have all comments selected on the live chat, not just top messages or anything like that, because you won't be seeing all the answers and you might think you've got it right first. Right, so Helen says, well done, Jack, you are on fire. Take me from this strange world that I'm living in. Yeah, that's another line, but it definitely is Let Us Kiss Again, Let Me Hold You Near. And yeah, Is It So Strange? Great song. Is today we get 6 in a row? Well, yes, it could well be, couldn't it? Jack could be up, he could hit for 6. Here we go. Now, this one is only 7 letters. 7 letters, folks. So make sure you've got 7 letters, not 8 or 6, but 7. The day she went away, I made myself a promise. Ha ha. That's an old one. 7 words. Yes, correct, Kirsty. Jill says I can't even get one. I know. Well, I know that I kind of like that in a way because I know then they're not too easy. Okay. Somebody has got it. Hello, the Marcy Davis. Yes, it is I Forgot to Remember to Forget. And it is, yeah, that I'd soon forget we'd ever met. And it's Jack again. And Maxine says a hat trick. If anybody is not sure what a hat trick is, it literally means 3 in a row. Okay. So well done, Jack. Jiggle.
Man, I was tame compared to what they do now. Are you kidding? I didn't do anything. We just jiggled.
Dylan has actually promised me a new jingle, so that's on the way. So Jiggle Jingle won't be around for too long. Chris R says I'm probably the worst. No, not necessarily. Not necessarily now. Anyway, it's all fun. Don't forget, it's just all fun. But Lou Dane says impressive. Yes, very impressive, Mr. Jack Mullins, I have to say. Here's a good one. And this might catch a few out because it's not that well-known song. It's from a big album, though. And a bird can't fly, and I don't like apple pie. Okay? And a bird can't fly, and I don't like apple pie. And it's 6 words. I almost forgot to tell you that. So it's 6 words I'm looking for. Jill says, I'm just happy listening to Elvis wiggle. 6 words. Yeah, Chris says, I mean that in fun, Steve. No worries. No worries whatsoever. No worries whatsoever. I can see that one person, maybe 2 people have got it right. And I think it might be that man again. 4 pores for us. Sometimes you are saying letters, not words. Am I? Sorry about that. I beg your pardon. I don't want to hear that, Danny. I definitely don't want to hear that. Okay, so who was the first person that got that right and can have the jiggle jingle? Yeah, I can't tell what the song is without the music. I know it doesn't sound anything like it sometimes, does it? I've often wondered what that means. And trees won't grow in Arkansas. Jack got it. Well done, Jack. That's 4 in a row. Wow, that's unreal. He's getting off to a steaming start at the beginning of the month. Yeah, that's right. It's wearing that loved on look. And I must make sure that I'm saying 6 words, not 6 letters. I beg your pardon. Steve, you should sing them. No. I get a copyright ban or something. Dylan says he's going to beat it. Well, one more to equal your record, Dylan. 12 words. Okay. 12 words. So this is going to... Brent, Elvis Nation says, I suck at this. Right, 12 words. So this is going to take an awful lot of typing. And it's also going to take an awful lot of checking as well to make sure that they have the right 12 words. And it's... Well, just because you think you're so pretty. 12 words. Well, just because you think you're so pretty. Now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right. Okay. Somebody has got it. Danny, you were too short. You didn't type enough words because it is actually 12. There's Ruth, Anula. Hello, Paul. Is Paul Gansky. Okay, so the 12 words are, and just because your mama thinks you're the hottest thing in town. And he has done it. He has equaled, okay, Dylan's record of 5. Dylan, your record didn't last very long. All right. Yes, thanks, Lou. Jiggle.
Man, I was tame compared to what they do now. Are you kidding? I didn't do anything. We just jiggled.
Right. So... Actually, it's quite impressive, actually, though. Danny B-side is watching the football and also taking part in the quiz. So that's actually quite impressive. Right, here we go. 10 words. When my baby does what she does to me. There you go. And it's 10 words. Again, we have to be very, very strict with this. In football terms, he's only gone and done it. Okay, we might go back to jumpsuits next week, or maybe even the mystery voice. Okay. Dylan says, I'm stumped again. Aha! So, there you are. Lisa Lois says, the Jack Mullins Show. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's gone and done it again, folks. He really, he really has, because it's So Glad You're Mine, and it's I climb the highest mountain, dive in the deepest sea, and I'm impressed, Jack. I have to be impressed here, because even Maxine says Jack Mullins, wow, 6 out of 6. You just left everybody in the dust this week, Mr. Mullins. But I think I know what I can do to halt that next week. Patrick left the chat. Yeah, well done, everybody. I mean, yes, Jack was first, but he wasn't the only person that was getting the correct answers. You know, there were people that were getting the answers correct as well, so it wasn't just Jack. Congrats, Jack. Yeah, everybody's saying, wow, I'm surprised. Yeah, well, Jack, don't be surprised. Priscilla says, so very well deserved. Now, let's have a look. Still coming up is the poll. It's going to be a battle of albums. 2 albums. And there is a theme to those 2 albums. I will be opening the phones after this topic. There'll be Photoshop. Not a great Photoshop, really. It's a bit of a silly Photoshop when you consider the dates surrounding it. We've also got I Wish Elvis Had Recorded. Caption this photo. Yeah, it was a quite a... What's that there? Oh yeah, that's what I need to do. It was quite a funny photo, smoking hot photo. I will be giving the poll result at the end as well, after we've opened the poll. And also, stick around right at the very, very end, when we've done all the other business. It will be the winner of the Fan of the Month for April. So stick around. If you've got any sort of right answers during the month of April, then it could well be you that's winning that 1972 double LP vinyl, providing you've got a turntable, of course. If you haven't got a turntable, then I will substitute something else. Now, the topic. Yes, let me go down and just do this first of all, because I want to... This week's topic, different versions of Elvis songs you may not have heard before. Now, we did this a couple of weeks ago, actually, and I was quite interested when I was picking out the songs that had been done before Elvis took them on and made them his own. I always say that because 99.999% of the time Elvis sings a song and he just makes it his own. So this, I thought I'd do it again. And we start with this one, which is Marie's the name of his latest flame. Yes, Del Shannon did it before Elvis. The hit version by Elvis was published by Elvis Presley Music in 1961. It was written by Doc Pomus and Mort Schumann and first recorded by Del Shannon on the album Runaway with Del Shannon, which was released in June 1961. A double A-sider with Little Sister spent 4 weeks at number 1 on the UK singles charts, one of Elvis's 9 UK chart toppers between 1960 and 1962. Now, as I always do, I will be putting the links to these songs, not obviously Elvis's songs, but these versions of Elvis's songs, so that you can check them out and think, oh, goodness me, that's different to the Elvis one, or, oh, that's just like the Elvis one, because some of them are almost completely different to the Elvis one, the way Elvis did it, and then some are almost exact copy. Right, the next one is Eddie Arnold, After Loving You. Yes. The song was first released by Eddie Arnold, May 1962, and then by Jim Reeves, March 1963. Written and composed by Eddie Miller and Johnny Lance, it was released on his album From Elvis in Memphis and was recorded in the American Sound Studio in Memphis on February 18th, 1969. The Eddie Arnold version features a much softer vocal than Elvis. It's almost ballad style. When I was listening to it, I thought, wow, that's more like a ballad. As we know, Elvis tore it up with a raucous vocal, and why not? And then we move on to this one, which is Eddie Riff and Ain't That Lovin' You a Baby. Ain't That Lovin' You Baby is a song written by Clyde Otis and Ivory Joe Hunter, and originally recorded by Eddie Riff in 1956. Elvis recorded the song on the 10th of June 1958 while on leave from the army. It wasn't released until the 6 years later, on the 22nd of September 1964, where it peaked at number 16 on the Billboard's Hot 100 singles charts. Yeah, it was his last session in RCA Studio B before he completely ceased all recording, and then shortly after, a couple of months later, September 1958, he was shipped overseas to Germany. And there's actually two versions of Elvis's Ain't That Lovin' You Baby. There's a slow version and then there's a fast version as well. But as I say, do check out Eddie Riff, because I will be leaving the links below. Now, this is an interesting one. Are you ready for this? This is I'm All Shook Up, not All Shook Up, by David Hill. And to prove it, there is the Aladdin record label, and it clearly says I'm All Shook Up. So it says future last house on the left actor David Hess, using the stage name David Hill, was first to record the song on Aladdin Records, titled I'm All Shook Up. In a 2009 interview, Hess revealed the origins of the song and claimed to come up with the title of the song. As far as I'm concerned, All Shook Up, the title came from a real set of circumstances, and when I decided not to write it, Otis Blackwell did the first record, and I did the first recording for Aladdin Records, as you can see there on the screen. It was my title, but Otis wrote the song and Elvis took a writing credit in order to get him to record it. That's the way things happened in those days. So there you go. So it was called I'm All Shook Up when it was first sort of went out into the world. And you can see the record label there. And clearly you can see Otis Blackwell is the writer. Now, another interesting one here, As Long As I Have You, was written by Benjamin Weissman and Fred Wise. And it was done by the Modern Airs. And the lead singer sounds a lot like Doris Day. When you check that out, please listen and tell me what you think to it, because to me she does. I mean, I'm not saying she is Doris Day, but what I'm saying is she does sound like Doris Day, and there is a Millie Kirkham type intro to this As Long As I Have You. Now, as we know, Elvis sang it in King Creole right at the very, very end of the movie, so check that one out, and that's As Long As I Have You. Now, another interesting one. In fact, I think these are all interesting, that's why I've picked them. Baby What You Want Me to Do, Jimmy Reed. Baby What You Want Me to Do, sometimes called You Got Me Running, is a blues song that was written and recorded by Jimmy Reed in 1959. It was a record chart hit for Reed, and with several of his songs, it has appeal across popular music genres with numerous recordings by a variety of musical artists. Backing Reed was his wife, Mary Mama Reed, on harmony vocal, Eddie Taylor and Lefty Bates on guitars, Marcus Johnson on bass, and Earl Phillips on drums. Mama Reed can be heard at the recording session of the song. So when you listen to this link that I'm going to put down below for Baby What You Want Me to Do, you can hear them discussing what they're going to call this song before they even start recording it. And you can hear, as I say, a lady's voice, and that is actually his wife. In 1968, Elvis performed Baby What You Want Me to Do during his NBC TV special. Music educator and author James Perrone called it a particularly notable as the concert in part served as a reminder to the audience that Elvis's blues and rhythm and blues roots, Elvis's blues and rhythm and blues musical roots. Elvis also went on to perform it a year later when he returned to live performances in Las Vegas. And as you know, we know that the sit-down shows for the 1968 NBC TV special were really, really good. He did a stand-up one as well, which it wasn't included in the TV special, but it was included in the outtakes, as we know. And the live ones in 1969 at the International Hotel are really, really good as well. Next song, Down in the Alley by the Clovers. Alrighty. A song released as a single by the Clovers in 1957. The song is credited by Jesse Stone and the Clovers. Elvis recorded it between 4 and 7 a.m. in the early morning of May 26, 1966 in RCA Studio B in Nashville for the gospel album that became How Great Thou Art. With the Bob Dylan cover, Tomorrow's a Long Time, Down in the Alley was included as a bonus track on the Spin Out soundtrack album. Then we have It's Only Love by B.J. Thomas. So it's a 1969 song by B.J. from his LP Young and in Love, written by Steve Tyrrell and Mark James. Yes, that Mark James, the Suspicious Minds and Always on My Mind, etc. Mark James. Released in the spring of 1969, it became a modest hit on the United States Billboard at number 45 and Cashbox number 28. Covered 2.5 years later by Elvis in the fall of 1971 and released as a single along with The Sound of Your Cry on the B-side, and accompanying vocals were provided by the Imperials. In the United States, It's Only Love reached number 51 on the Billboard Hot 100 for the week of November the 6th, 1971. Now, in 1980, it was re-released in some countries as a single with Beyond the Reef on the B-side. In the UK singles chart, the single charted as It's Only Love, Beyond the Reef, double A-side, peaking at number 3. Yeah, it got quite high in August 1980, so it did better second time round. The song was included in the 1980 box set Elvis Aaron Presley. That's the silver box set. And it was on LP number 8, titled The Lost Singles. Obviously, the reason why they released it as a single with Beyond the Reef was to promote that box set. And last but not least, one of my favourite songs by Elvis Presley, and I'm not even sure whether a lot of you know that it was also covered by this lady. Brenda Lee did Bringing It Back in 1975. Yes, she did. She did. I'm not joking. Written by Greg Gordon, released in July 1975 as a single by Brenda, it reached number 23. As we know, Elvis recorded the song on March the 12th, 1975 at RCA Studio C in Hollywood for his album that was titled Today. On September the 20th that year, with absolutely nothing new to release and no prospects of another recording session in sight, RCA Victor released Bringing It Back and another song from the same album, Pieces of My Life, as a single. There you go. Bringing It Back reached number 65 on the Billboard Hot 100 and Pieces of My Life number 33 on the Billboard Country Chart. I would strongly recommend that you click on the links below. I'll put them in order later, and if you want to listen to those, and I would be very, very, very interested to hear what you think of those other people's versions of those songs. How many was there? I think there was 8, was there? You can leave your comments in the comment section below this video if you're watching this on playback. I was particularly interested in Brenda Lee's version of Bringing It Back because I thought the only person ever to record Bringing It Back was Elvis Presley, but then again, it was probably very narrow-minded of me to think that. So we're going to do the poll now, and then we're going to do Elvis history, and I'm going to open the phone lines. Now, Battle of the Albums. And I wondered, out of these two albums, even though they were recorded round about the same sort of time, and also, thanks Lou, interesting segment, thank you very, very much. I hope so. I hope I didn't go on too long. I could have picked another 20. We might do a third version of this as well later. Anyway, here we go. Yeah, these two albums came from the same sort of recording sessions. This is the Battle of the Jungle Room, and it's very, very, very simple. Which one do you like best, from Elvis Presley Boulevard or Moody Blue? So I am actually going to post that now. You'll see that on there in a few minutes, or a few seconds even, and you will be able to vote on it. And, the votes are coming in already. So that'll be very interesting to see which one tops out on that. Because as we know, from Elvis Presley Boulevard, Memphis, Tennessee, and Moody Blue were made up from the two recording sessions that happened in the Jungle Room. Right. Elvis Nation says, awesome segment, enjoyable and informative. Yeah, I hope so. And I'm really looking forward to people clicking on those links and letting me know in the comment section what they think. I'd be very, very interested to find out what people think of the Bringing It Back, especially with it being one of my favorite Elvis records of all time. Right, I'm going to open... where are we now? Let me have a look. It's down here somewhere. I always put a little link here just to remind people that I've done it, but I can't find it. I hope I didn't. Did I get rid of it? Maybe I did. No, I didn't. Here we are. There it is. That's just to remind people that I'm going to be opening the phone lines in about 10 seconds. If I can remember my PIN number. Sometimes I forget my PIN number. So if you want to call in about those... In fact, is somebody calling in already? Hello?
Hello, Steve.
Hey, Dylan, how are you?
I'm good. I'm
Good,
really good.
good. What did you think of those songs? What do you think? Did you know that Brenda Lee recorded Bringing It Back?
I have no idea. I'm like, Brenda, what?
Yes.
Because Brenda Lee, the only way I know it is because she did that Christmas song.
Yeah.
So I'm like, Brenda Lee rocking around the Christmas tree, Brenda. I was like, oh my God.
Well, do you remember?
Yeah, I got it.
You remember a couple of weeks ago, I also told you she did a version of "Always on My Mind" as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm winkling out all these rarities for you, and I hope you'll have a listen to that one and let me know what you think of "Bringing It Back" by Brenda Lee.
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
Great.
Definitely.
Great. All right, you've got a question for me, I believe, haven't you?
Yeah.
What is it?
What do you think of Elvis opening with Big Boss Man in '74?
What do I think of Elvis, Big Boss Man? What? I didn't catch anything of that. That's my fault for not listening closely enough.
Wait, hang on.
I've set him off now, haven't I? That's what I've done.
All right. What do you think of Elvis opening up with Big Boss Man in 1974?
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, no, I just wasn't listening properly. Well, it was, he did it for one night nearly, and just one night only, didn't he? And then just completely went back and abandoned it. Just went to the old lineup again, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it was a mistake. I do think it was a mistake.
Same. It's a but I mean, that's a weird show, that, because it's got like Good Time Child, got the blues, which he never did again. He's got Down in the Alley as well. He never did Down in the Alley again.
That's right.
He did. What did he do that night? He did, I believe, If Talking to Sleep for the first time. That night as well. Yeah,
it was a really, really refreshing start. It was a really refreshing start to the engagement. Well, I think it was. And it's just a pity that he didn't. I mean, I don't know why he completely abandoned it then the next night. Was it because he just didn't feel he was getting the feedback from the crowd, or what?
Well, I've got another one of my stupid theories about that.
Go on.
I think it's because can you imagine like going to see an Elvis like the first time, and you've waited like years and years, and you've heard about this like dramatic entrance that Elvis does with the 2001 thing,
Mm.
and then Elvis walks out to and you're like it doesn't live up to the hype of what like the show was at that time.
Mm.
So I definitely think that was a mistake putting Big Boss as the opener. But funnily enough, I think the position where he put it, like thereafter, was perfect.
Yeah, well, you see, the thing is, he could have fine-tuned it. He didn't have to just completely drop it and go back to the old standards again, couldn't he?
See, I don't know. I've mainly because of the intro. Because, like, how are you gonna, like, put 2001 at the beginning of it, and then, like, bah, and then, like, it doesn't, like, gel well with CC. You've got, like, the drums that Ronnie does at the beginning.
Yeah.
So, like,
I suppose what he could have done was he could have stuck with CC Rider, and then the second song he could have done Big Boss Man.
Well, yeah, because I do think like Woman Named Men was getting a bit stale at that point.
Yeah. Because
everyone knew what was coming with like the dive bomb and the whole thing that he did. So actually thinking about it now, I do think CC going into Big Boss would have been a cool little thing to do.
Yeah.
Maybe I think maybe just for that one engagement, maybe, but yeah. That's cool, that, you know.
Puma Gutton said he did it on the day that Nixon resigned. Fair enough.
August 19th.
Yeah. Didn't know that because I'm not up that well on American politics. I knew it was sometime in 1974, though, wasn't it?
Yeah. I know the day because it's August 19th, but I didn't know it was the date that Nixon resigned. I didn't know that's when he.
Okay, right. That's a good talking point. If anybody wants to ring in and follow that up about that opening night in 1974, where he just completely changed the lineup, but then the next night just went back to it, the same one again, then please call in. Thanks, Dylan.
Thanks.
Talk to you later.
All right, see you later.
Bye. Yeah. Big Boss Man is right. Right, we are going to do... Yeah, as I say, please vote on that. Which one do you like best, from Elvis Presley Boulevard or Moody Blue? Now, on this day in Elvis history, 7th of May, and I've got some great pictures coming up. Really, really good pictures coming up. Elvis, Scotty and Bill played the Peabody Auditorium, Daytona Beach, Florida, for the first time while on tour with Hank Snow's Jamboree. 1956, the Presleys lived at 1414 Getwell Street, but were on the brink of moving into the first home they actually owned. In 4 days' time, on May the 11th, Elvis, Gladys and Vernon would move into this lovely house. Yes, 1034 Audubon Drive. Okay, well, let's see if I can get that person back. In fact, here he is. Hello?
Hello?
Hello there.
Hi, Brian here.
Well, hello,
Me too.
Brian.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing well. What about yourself?
I'm doing good. I'm just calling about the show.
Yeah, okay. What would you like to say?
Well, I can't find the poll to vote on.
Oh, right.
But I prefer Moody Blue over the...
It's in the comments. It's at the top of the comment. You see a blue ribbon, and if you click on that blue ribbon, it'll drop down. Can you see that?
Not right now, because I'm talking to you on my phone through Messenger.
Of course you are. Of course you are.
So
Okay,
I
well,
can't see anything when I'm doing that.
Right. Is there a particular reason why you like Moody Blue over the From Elvis Presley Boulevard?
It seemed a lot stronger compared to the Elvis Presley Boulevard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's like Moody Blue was a great song. Way Down was a great song. And his, some of the live recordings were good. Some of them were taken from previous records, like Let Me Be There. That was actually on the recorded live in Memphis.
That's right, 1974. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
But,
so if you could vote on it, then you would vote on Moody Blue, yeah?
Definitely, most definitely, yeah. Okay. So the songs seemed a lot stronger, and he was starting to actually do them in concert before he passed away when he was on his last tour.
Yes. Anula says it's going to be close between the two albums, so I'll be very interested to see how it tops out when we close the poll anyway.
Okay, well, I got to try and find it so I can vote on it.
No problem.
If I can't, then no loss, I guess. I already told you.
All right. Cheers, Brian.
See ya. Have
All
a
the
good
best.
day.
Have a good day. Bye. Yeah, that's a strange one. It should be at the top, the little blue band at the top of the chat. Maybe he just missed that. He's voting for Moody Blue. I actually forgot. I mean, I've been playing the album since 1977, but I did actually forget that in amongst the Jungle Room recordings is some live tracks as well, isn't there, on Moody Blue? So they obviously don't come from the Jungle Room. But anyway, I digress. Then 1956, yes, I was just saying, on this day in 1956, they were 4 days away from moving into that beautiful home at 1034 Audubon Drive. Then we have 1957. He was working on Jailhouse Rock, and we have some nice action shots of him doing the soundtrack recording. Okay, then we have GI Blues, Elvis's 9th LP release, compilation of hit singles, 50 million Elvis fans can't be wrong. Is that, and that was always one of my favorite actually album covers. I just thought it was really nice, but we know that Elvis didn't like that suit. He didn't mind the jacket so much. It was the trousers he didn't like, I believe. And Colonel Parker had to tell him to stop sliding on his knees because he was taking the gold off the knees. So yeah, Elvis Gold Records Volume 2 hit number 31 in the US. Elvis Gold Records Volume 2 peaked at number 31 on the Billboard Top Pop Album Chart. And then 1961, he was working on Blue Hawaii. And in 1962, on this day, he was working on Girls, Girls, Girls. And 1965, Girl Happy. There it is, Girl Happy. Opens nationally and does relatively good business. The soundtrack album goes top 10. So don't let anybody tell you that his mid-1960s movies weren't any good. Because, as I say, relatively good business, the movie, and the album made top 10. Then we've got Elvis watched some movies at the Crosstown Theatre on this day in 1966. Elvis purchased this beautiful home, 1074 Hillcrest Drive, in 1967. One of my favorite Elvis homes. 1972, Elvis flew to Los Angeles, where he would leave the next day for a vacation with Vernon and Dee and some of the guys to Hawaii. And I'm going to throw this in there because do you remember how we had a discussion on this picture a few months ago when it first came out, and we were saying that people were saying it was before or just after the Aloha from Hawaii, and we were saying no, it's more likely to be May 1972. So I'm going to throw that up there. This was to get a tan for his upcoming tour, which included Madison Square Garden. Yeah. And he, as we know, he looked fairly fit at Madison Square Garden. 1973, he did he did Dinner and Midnight Tahoe. Will I start that again? Elvis did Dinner and Midnight Tahoe shows. And there's a cover from a recording that was done at the time. Here we go. 1975. RCA released the album Today. Trouble, which was released as its first single, went into the top 40 in the US. Bringing It Back was its second single in the US. Elvis performed on tour at the Middle Tennessee State University Athletic Center, Murfreesboro. And 1975 is when he was in Murfreesboro. So let's get that up there. He's leaning over there and kissing a very lucky lady. It's a two-piece. It's not a jumpsuit. It's a two-piece. And I've often said this to you before, that I liked a lot of the two-pieces around this time. So that was on this day in 1975 at the Middle Tennessee State University Athletic Center in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Charlie giving him a scarf. I'm not that impressed with the backing singers' outfits, though. I'm impressed with Elvis's, but not. 1976, Elvis did Dinner and Midnight Tahoe shows. And there you go. Then Sings My Soul, May 7th, 1976, Midnight Show, Sahara Toho. Right, we've got to do the Photoshop. Definitely the Photoshop. And before we do that, I would like to just ask you to, bottom right-hand corner, subscribe, click the bell and turn it black. And even if you have subscribed but you're not sure whether the bell is black, you can click on the subscribe button and it'll show you whether you've clicked on the all or personalized. And I would recommend you click the all. Right. The Photoshop was kindly sent in by Patrick Whelan, and it's this one. And it is a picture of Elvis meeting Bruce Lee. The only trouble with this is this is from that's Elvis in 1974, and sadly Bruce had actually passed away in the summer of 1973. So this is really what you should be looking at. That's the genuine photograph there, not the Bruce Lee one. So if you ever see the one on the right there with Bruce Lee, then you'll know straight away that it's a Photoshop. And if there's a particular Photoshop that keeps irritating you and you want to send it in to me, I haven't featured it yet on a show, so send it in to me. And if you can send the original and the Photoshop, even better. And I can sort of feature it in another show. Right, so still coming up is I wish Elvis had a song I wish Elvis had recorded, and I'm going to remind you about the poll we're running. Let's have a look. Which one do you like best, from Elvis Presley Boulevard or Moody Blue? Alrighty, so I'd like you to vote on that. If you can't see the poll, like Brian said, he couldn't see it. I think he was just needed to click the blue band and it sort of drops down for you. If you're watching on playback, you won't be able to vote on, unfortunately, and you won't be able to see the result, but I will tell you the result if you listen closely at the end of the show. Now, a song I wish Elvis had recorded, suggested by James. It's a beautiful song that Elvis would have been perfect for, in addition to his Christmas collections of beautiful music. The song is sung by Mahalia Jackson, and Elvis was a big fan of Mahalia Jackson, and they did meet, and I've got some photographs here that you can have a look at while I'm talking about it, with Barbara McNair as well on the set of Change of Habit. So he even made a joke about Mahalia Jackson once, didn't he? When they were filming That's the Way It Is, one of the concerts, the Imperials got, not the Imperials, I beg your pardon, the Sweet Inspirations got the giggles. And he said, I'm going to bring on the Supremes tomorrow night with Mahalia Jackson singing lead with them. There are some fantastic stories on the internet with reference to Mahalia Jackson and Elvis. She had a spectacular voice. James is saying this. One of the most beautiful female singers I've ever heard. Tom Parker would not allow him to sing one of her songs, which was an absolute mistake. Now, this song is No Room at the Inn. And if you haven't heard it before, then I will put the link below, and you can listen to it, and then you can leave your comments below what you think. Yes, it would have suited Elvis. I can hear Elvis singing that. Good choice. Or no, I don't think it would have suited Elvis. But that's the song I wish Elvis had recorded, and it was suggested by James. Thank you, James, for sending that in. And anybody out there, please keep sending in your suggestions, and I will get round to them as soon as I can. Or you can just send it in again to remind me if I haven't done one of your songs, and we'll do future ones in the future. Caption this photo. Now we had a lot of fun with this one because it was a very, very funny photograph, and it was this one. Yeah, obviously from Blue Hawaii, when he was singing Almost Always True to You. And the look on his face is just something else. And I gave the caption to the person that had the most thumbs up, because what I normally ask people to do is when they're leaving their own caption, I ask them to just have a quick look at the other captions that people have left and give it a thumbs up if they like it. And there was some that said, yes, you heard right, Elvis. We're expecting triplets. And then he pulls that face. I mean it, Elvis. There will be no hanky-panky until I hear a Hawaiian wedding song. Ouch. I think I just sat on a pineapple. All right. Those were a few that people sent in. But the winner with the most thumbs up was Ingrid Verlacht. Now, Ingrid, I hope I'm pronouncing your surname right. Verlacht. And it is Elvis. Oh, honey, did you eat garlic last night? So that one got the most thumbs up, and that's the winner in the caption this photo. Now, let me have a look. People are still voting away on the poll, which is good. And a reminder that we are trying to get thumbs up. The target is 300 likes or more. And we did manage it, or should I say you managed it last week. Thank you very, very much, because every thumbs up is a like for Elvis. So if everybody just goes thumbs up that watch this video live or on playback, we should do it. We should do it. Smoking hot photo. Yes, here we are. Smoking hot photo. There you are. Feast your eyes on that, ladies. And I'm pretty sure that's the way it is. It's from opening night, and it's just when he's starting to walk towards the showroom, and he says, "Ready, Joe?" And he kind of looks to see if Joe's ready to take him into the Almost Always True to You. Yes. So that's this week's smoking hot photo. If there's a particular smoking hot photo that you like, send it in, and I can probably feature it in a future show. Now, will I do the prize, or will I? No. Do you know what I'll do? I'll actually close the poll first of all, and we'll have a look, because I am very, very interested in seeing what it is. Now, the person earlier that said it's close, they were right. They were very, very right. And I've ended it, and let's have a look. The results are in. Moody Blue, 52%. From Elvis Presley Boulevard, 47%. That doesn't quite add up to 100, does it? But anyway, that's as near as we can get to it. And I I would kind of go with that, I think. I would say Moody Blue would be just edging from Elvis Presley Boulevard in Memphis, Tennessee. So I would be in the majority, not the minority. Thank you to everybody that voted. It's just a bit of a fun thing. There's no prizes and there's nobody knows who voted for what. But they were right. Kirsty says, wow, it was 50-50 a minute ago. Was it really? It was 50-50 a minute ago. Oh, well, that is very interesting. Very, very interesting. So Moody Blue came a short burst at the end. I wonder if I'd have left it another couple of minutes, it'd have been 50-50 again. So that's everything covered apart from the winner of the prize. And this is the prize I'm giving to this winner who had the most right answers and was the first person to get the answer right as well. And I have to, where's my what do you call it? Drum roll. Maybe I got rid of my drum roll. I think I did actually. I think I got rid of the drum roll. So I'll just tell you who it is. Or if I have if I have their phone number, I might be able to ring them actually. Okay. Let's see. Let's see how this person normally rings me. Maybe I can't ring them. Let's have a look. No, that's unfortunate. I could have sworn that this person rang me on this particular platform. Okay, they didn't ring me on Messenger. They didn't ring me on WhatsApp. And they didn't ring me on Instagram. Right, the winner of the Fan of the Month for April is, and he had a barnstorming record number of first correct answers in April on the jumpsuits questions. And it is, and he spoke to me earlier on, it was Dylan Bowen. So congratulations, Dylan. You are the winner of the April Fan of the Month. And you win that Elvis Live 1972 double album. So if you can send me your, obviously I know your name, if you send me your address along with your postcode and everything like that, and I can get that out to you pronto. So congratulations, Dylan. Congratulations. I don't know. I'm not too sure how you normally ring me, but I would have thought I would have had your telephone number here anyway. Yeah. So, congratulations, Dylan. I'm delighted for you. I really am, and I'm sure you'll get a great kick out of that album, and so forth. So that's it for another week. Thanks to everybody that called in and to everybody that took part in the quiz and the poll and everything like that. And also thanks for the likes, the 300 plus likes that we did last week. Very, very good. Thanks. And until next week, and we'll do it all over again, look after yourself. Oh, by the way, if you do want to support the channel, you can buy me coffee using the link below. Thanks very much. It's much appreciated. As you know, I like coffee. See you next week.
Elvis has left the building. Thank you and good night.